Hi. Oh, yes, that's my voice, I think. Hi, guys. How are you? Sunday. I'm streaming now because tomorrow there will be my sister here to visit me, and normally I'm coming up with my stream on Monday. I will check it out. I will do it already today, and then I'm let me see. I need a little bit more of light. Let me see. Is it better? I have to see my scene there. Hi guys, how are you? My art friends. Let me see, art friends. I hope it's streaming also on Facebook and on Twitch and on YouTube. And I hope it's working now. I think so. So, let me tell you what I've done yesterday. Because yesterday, the weather was not so bad here in Wiesbaden. It was cloudy, but sometimes we had a little bit of sunlight. But in any way, I prepare myself to go outside and make the plein air painting anyway, because also when we don't have the good light, you see, because I show you what I've done. I show you always what I've done at the weekend. So Saturday. Ooh, perhaps here it's better. Yeah, do I have the light on? Yeah. There's a little bit of shadow from the microphone. Here it's better. You see, that is an oil sketch. I put it here on my bag. Oh, it's still wet. I did not expect another thing. Okay. So that was my oil sketch I did yesterday. And here I show you also the photo on my iPad. A little bit about the situation that you can imagine. Oh, let me tell. So, do you see that? I was searching for a landscape with this kind of burnt grass, this ochre, light ochre, like straw, like dry straw. Do you see that? I show you. This is my easel. You see my easel? And in the back there is this kind of field, only the with the sandy color. It's a light ochre color. I had my colors there in front. This was only a sketch, only a photo. I wanted to show you because it was really great. It's so great to paint outside. I love it. I love it because it's so intense. It's always an adventure because it's also an effort to carry all the stuff there. Then you have the oil colors, you have the turpentine, you have to think that you don't pour it because then you don't have it anymore. It happened to me once a time that I poured down my turpentine and then I didn't have it anymore. Oh, terrible. But it's you from time to time I'm always a little bit better prepared. And so it's fun. It's a great experience to paint outside. So when it's possible for you, go and paint outside. It's so wonderful. I will do a trip with my husband now next what is it, Thursday, to the northern parts of Germany. It's about Bremen there, Bremen, Hamburg. So they're in the north, and the part that there are very beautiful cities like Bremen and Oldenburg and Cuxhaven at the North Sea. I think we will visit the colony of artists. They lived there in the 1900, 1920s till 1940. And still today there are a lot of artists living because it's a very nice landscape with a lot of water, and it's a more, yeah, yeah. So a lot of water and trees and very flat landscape. So you see a whole area. You have a lot far. You can see very far, and so it's a very nice challenge to paint, right? So that will be great. I will go there with all my stuff and my colors, and I think it will be very nice. Look what I have done today. What I have. Isn't that great? Isn't that a great grape? You know, I took that photo today at Frauenstein. It's next here to Wiesbaden. It's a beautiful place with all full of vineyards. And you know, my sister is visiting today my house. So it is visiting me, and I didn't have fresh salad, and so I went to the farmer's house. They have a very nice farmer stand there, and I bought fresh vegetables from their fields, and it was wonderful. And so I made a photo fast, because then the rain was coming, but I saw only the rain from far, but in the end, it was really great there. Eric wrote me stop. Let me see. Ah, no. I no. I thought it a friend told me to stop. No. It was an advertising, and this group is also, the name is Eric. So it's very strange thing what happened now. Okay, let me see. You know what I plan to do? So today I will paint the second part of the sketch dog. This is the sweet dog. It's a commission, and I have to finish it before my sister is now visiting me and everything, and then I'm in holidays. So I will finish it today, or before I'm leaving. So I thought today will be the day. Let me see. And surprise, I will pull a tarot card for. First, it will be for me today. If you want, I do a card also for you. Next time you can write me, and I pull you a card, because you know it's a long time ago that I did a lot of tarot cards. I love them, and I thought, why not? It's a nice thing. And so I will do an example today, right? Okay, guys, so let me see. I'm coming to my scene that you see what we are doing. Okay, here you see Penny. That's the doggy. That is my arm. That is the drawing we did. Let me see if I can check it a little bit more here. Put the camera a little bit more on the doggy. Look at that. That is what I did the last time. So now I have to fix it in any way on my board. Another time. I have always to fix the watercolor. Paper on the board. Oh, it's a little bit, a lot on the right side, but it doesn't matter. I will cut it in any way. Oh, let me put that. Let me put my box just 1 second to the side. Okay. I fix the paper all around. You know, my American community, you can't see them, but they are always oops, posting it a little bit later, perhaps tomorrow. So we cannot see the people looking my streaming, but it's always about 250 or something like that. Let me see. So on Facebook. I think I will work a little bit more on Twitch also in the next month. After when I come back from my my trip, our trip. Okay, so you see I fixed it all around. Very important that it doesn't wrinkle. Oh goodness. Just a second. It's my sister. She's on the way. Just a second. Oh goodness. Hi Coco.
Hallo, bist du noch unterwegs?
Nein, ich bin wieder zu Hause. Ich streame gerade. Ich glaube, du bist jetzt auch. Hallo?
Ach so,
Ich,
alles klar.
ich streame gerade. Ich muss nämlich heute streamen. Wo bist du? In welcher Höhe?
Ich bin in einer Stunde ungefähr da.
Ja, super. Freue ich mich. Das passt.
Ja?
Toll.
Okay, tschüss.
Tschüss. Goodness. This was my sister. I had to answer her because I know that she, you know, she cannot make, she's driving alone, and then I cannot contact her. So she will be here in about 1 hour. Woo! So we have to work hard. Let me see. So this is our sketch. I brush it a little bit with my brush, and I have the doggy a little bit bigger here on my iPad. I don't have only the little image in there, the little photo. So let us check which colors we use for the doggy. Okay, I put it here that you see it. It's not so easy. Perhaps I have to make it a little bit higher that you see it. I'm afraid I will not. I will always take my colors here in the camera. I have to push everything a little bit more to the right, or I pull the camera a little bit more here. And then I'm coming back. That works. Okay. You see, I have always a paper here next to my painting, because then I can check the colors. Let me see. This is the right side. The rough side is always the right side. Okay. A little piece of paper. I got it here. Here I got a paper always to take away the water. And then, where is my water? Here, I got a little bit of water, and I spray it in my cases. So that it's already smooth and not dried out the color. Perfume inside. A little bit of perfume. Okay, let me check which colors that dog got. You know, I will check a little bit this doggy photo. Upsala. That was not the right. This one. Come on, doggy. I will put it here. It's better. Oh, this is the photo we have for the next time. We made already. I made the first part, but this is not important because I have to deliver it. So we have to finish it. Okay. I would like to have it a little bit right over. That is better. Okay. That's better. That's good. Okay. Just let me take the camera like that, and then I'm coming down. That it's nice clear, the camera. Okay. But when I have the experience when I put colors on it, it's always better to see it then. Okay, let me see this dog. Let me see the colors. First, we make a very light gray, or should I leave it nearly? You know, I leave it nearly white. I take on only now the medium gray tone. And perhaps I'm taking it a little bit with the blue, sorry, with an, with an indigo. Oh, I mix it. So that it's a little, got this, a little color in it, a little bit of bluish indigo. So I will save the light points. Let me see. And I will make it really dark where it's dark. And you see here is a shadow part. On the left is the shadow. The sun is coming from above. I leave here. When it's too strong, it will dry, then it's lighter. Let me see. Okay, so here in the ear you see darker parts. Those ones. Here. And here at the end. It's a very nice dog. I heard that the keeper of the dog now saved this dog. Penny, my daughter told me. She saved that beautiful dog because it was a kind of birth machine. There were terrible things, terrible story. And she saved that dog. And they love it so much that I said, okay, I will make a nice sketch of this doggy. Now it's a little bit bluish, but I think it is a little bit bluish in the end when you see it, when you look at it. Okay, here now. Very dark. Let me take, this is not black, this is gray painted gray. Paint gray. It's the gray that the painter used. English painter. I don't know how I knew his name once. Payne. I'm not sure. Okay, let me see that I save a little bit the lighter points, huh? So sweet here, it's shimmering so nice, this fur. So I use the paper a little bit here, Anna. Okay, here it's a little bit darker, here it's coming up. You know, it's good to follow a little bit the volume, because in the end it's not only a triangle shape, but it's also a volume. You see, up, light, and here it's very dark in the down there. You see that? That is really so dark that you nearly cannot see. Yeah, it's really dark, and here it's vanishing into the lawn, the grass. In the end, you don't see. Here it's also very dark once. And here it's very light. Ooh, look at that. That is really, in the end, it's a shimmering fur, but it's because I'm only looking at dark and light. Do you see that? Dark and light. I try to save the light zones. Look at that. Now it's coming here a little bit. That. You know where the really dark parts are, I will add a little bit more of the color then. Here, for example. Right? Then here it's darker. Here it's a little bit lighter. Here it's a little bit darker. What is here? Oh, here it's very dark. Let me see. I have to follow a little bit the form. Round, round, round. What is here? Here it's very dark. I leave a little bit of space here next to the where I already applied the color, that it's not, you leave a little bit of space. I leave that it's not floating into the other. When I want to, you know, it's a nice effect to float when one color is floating into the other when you're painting with the watercolors. But here, for example, I want to distinguish the two shapes, so it's important that I'm not touching too much, that they're floating into the other. Okay, that is already good. Now I have to really take care about the fur and on the head. Here it's a darker, here it's dark, here it's light. Here it's a little bit darker. Here it's light. Then it's coming down another time, and here I have to save the color for this kind of, look at that, sweet, for this kind of mask. It's a kind of ochre burnt sienna, a medium tone of that and that. Do you see that? A brownish tone, and that gets quite a lot of red and this ochre. I think I cannot do everything today. I see already that it's and I will also do then quite fast the background. Then I have an idea of the light more, you know. Let me have here a little bit cleaned up place. Okay, here, let me mix the color. This is ochre. This is burnt sienna. Yeah, you see, that could be the color. Let me see. I have my wonderful piece of paper. Yeah. that is it. But it has to be a little bit more. Look at that. It's that. It's the color. Good. So let me see where he got his mask. Here a little bit. Here a little bit. Sweet. On the nose not. And here it's a little darker. Here it's a kind of brownish tone at the end. Here on the sides. Gets a little bit of brown. And then this paw. Sweet. Here a little bit. Here a little bit. I don't make too much because here it will be the grass. Sweet. Yeah, here it has to be a little bit darker. And down here. Ooh. Is it here a little bit brownish in the back? I see something. It's a little bit of brownish tone here in the fur here. Let me see. Like that. And then here another time. Now I add another layer of color. You see that? For this very dark leg. Also here. Here it's a little darker. Let me see. Here it's a little bit darker. And now also those kind of darker tones here. A little bit here, a little bit here. Woo! You see, this fur now begins to show up with a little light. Here it's nice, it's floating away the color. I will not add so much color, dark tone, but here a little bit. You see here it's really in the back. I think on this photo, this reference photo, it's too sweet. He's really moving, I think, his tail. And for that, it's a little bit blurred. It's not... No, Messi, you are not coming up. No, Messi. Only here on the... Here. Only here on the chair. Let me see if I add a little bit of bluish tone. Oh, Messi. No, Messi, stay there. Look, when Messi would see that it's Messi boy. Ooh, no, Messi, stay there. Oh, he's terrible. He wants to sit behind my computer. Messi, Do you have to go now? No, no. Better not. No, I finish here. Then you can go behind the computer. All those pets everywhere. Let me see that I'm coming back to my scene. Those pets everywhere. Okay, let me see here. I take a little bit of a bluish color. You see, this is ceruleum. Let me see. Perhaps not bad for this shading. Here it's a little bit darker. Here it's darker. All these pets everywhere. Miserable. He's sitting beside me. You cannot see him. Better. Okay, I care now about the background because this has to dry, but you see already the reflections. Nice, huh? Here it could be a little bit darker here. You see the watercolor, it's drying very fast. And I had a little bit of brown in it, and already now you cannot see it anymore. So I add a little bit more. Oh, I haven't seen that here is a little bit of brown. Let me see. Here. Right, I haven't seen it. Now it's better. Okay. Here it has to be a little bit of dark another time. Here it's very clear, very light gray. I leave it now first. Here a little bit perhaps. Okay. The eyes I have to make later on. Okay, I leave that drying first. Ooh, perhaps I make already the nose. Let me see, because then it's already a little bit more close to the expression. The nostrils are quite big. Oh, it's looking very attended. Very tension. What does he see? What does she see there? Something very special. So excited. Okay. The eyes are looking a little bit now like a pig eye, but it's why to leave it dry and then I touch it another time. If not, it's too hard. Okay, could be that these nostrils are a little bit big. Too big. No, but he got so big nose. Such a big nose. What is Missy doing there? Ah, he's drinking water. I thought some strange rumors and noises. Okay, here perhaps a little bit of the fur. Yeah, that comes good. A little bit of, but I have to do it really dry. When all things are dry, I can add a little bit of the fur. I think it's not dry enough. Also here, this shape, I can add a little bit of the fur here and there. The structure. Oh, I begin to like it. Let me see that I take a bigger brush now. This was my very small liner brush I used. Let me take a bigger brush. This one. I could take also the very big one for the background. Ooh, here it's now mixing too much. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It has to dry and then I make another line once. Yeah. You know, then I make the neck, for example, darker. And then I have another time a difference between head and neck. When later on, when it's dry, I'm going another time on the darker parts, and then this pops up and this will go back, the darker part. Okay, guys, let me make something like a lawn. You see how the paper wrinkles a little bit now. Perhaps not so easy to see, but good that I fixed it, because then it comes up when it's dry and it swells, but then it's coming back and getting flat another time. Okay, lawn. I'm not sure I'm using that color here. I'm not sure which colors I'm using, because let me see. There is the bright and then there are darker greens. So I begin with the light one, watercolor, and there are also white tones. So I mix a mixture of the light gray, light green. I leave some place with white. For the white paper, I don't make everything in a big greenish tone. I make a little bit of mixture. You know, in watercolors you go over. First you begin with the light tones, and then you go over another time with the darker tone. So you're working from light to dark. So, and it's nice where there are some stains like that. That is nice. You see those stains? That's good. It doesn't have to be all one color. You see, a little bit of stains. Let me see, my apple green is here. You see the apple green? I have already now different greens here. You see it? But here in the front, it's quite a strong green. I leave it a little bit like that, floating. I'm not sure where I cut in the end the paper. For that, I'm working until the edge and then of the paper, and then I cut it later and I decide then the format. So let me see, for the background in the back, I have another green, but it's better to connect it, so to take a little bit this darker green and to add then this green. It's never good to have so separate greens, you know. The green tones are often very artificial, and so it's always good to mix them, never taking them from the tube like that. Isn't that good? I think it is. Let us take a little bit of darkness in the back, a little bit, because then it's also a nice connection to the dark color of the dog. Okay. I will work a little, some dark tones also later on in that lawn, but a little bit could be already, because it's always good to have repetition of colors, that you have always a little bit. When you use one color here, use it also at another place. is that? I think it's not bad. You know, it will be different expression when this here will be darker, but I cannot touch it now. The thing is, oh, perhaps here a little bit green. I don't want to touch it now. I think I have to make a third part of it. And then I will make the face a little bit more. But it's already, I like it. It's fun. You see it? I like it. Let me see that I show it to you another time in this scene. Sometimes, oh, it's floating. Let me see it to come a little bit in the front. It's not so easy to show it like that because it's not drying and the color is floating. Let me see another time the scene. Yeah, you can see it a little bit better in that scene. I think that will be fun. Yeah, that's great. Okay, you know what I'm doing now. We leave it drying till tomorrow or one of those days, and then I will make the last paint, the last touch. It's a little bit more complicated. I have to do it in 3 parts. But you know what I'm doing now? I promised you something. I promise you a tarot card. I show you first my cards. They are very old. I didn't use them now for 10 years another time, but they were already very old before, and they are very, very beautiful. Do you see that? Oh, let me take away the doggy. He's so sweet. Oh, okay, he doesn't disturb really a lot. Let me see, but I pull it up a little bit here. And now I mix the cards, and I will put a card for me down for today. I think I will always put a card now because I haven't done it for so long and I love it. You know, the psychological things are very intense. Okay, guys. That's one card for me. Oh, one was... Okay, I make 3 because this is always better, 3 cards. Okay, the main card is in the middle. This card is not really a very good card for me, but it doesn't matter, you know. There is working quite a lot against me now in this moment. Some, you know, the things are like they're not going fluently, and I know that, but this here is the destiny, and the destiny will take a very good sign for me. So it will, you know, all these disturbing things will resolve in a good way, and it will not be so restricted. You know, now I'm in a system that is very restricted. It told me, the card. I would never say it. But perhaps, and perhaps restrictions of feelings, of systems and something. But I see that it will open and give everything free. And that is a very good thing. And also here, the swords. But to the other side, I have to take care. I have to look at it. And I have to be prepared for those swords. But in all, it will open when I have the attention for it now, for the situation, but it will lead me and open everything. So that is not a bad sign. It shows that in this moment it's quite complicated, the situation. And I can say it's that also, but it will be free and it will be, I have to be, I have to believe it, that it's like that it will open the situation and it will become less simply and free. Simple and free. That's a good card for me because it's getting already free. I feel it. Whoopala. Because the things are going right. And this, my cards are my friends. Yep, and I have to trust them. So, let me see. Dear art friends, I think we have done a good job and I will finish it the next time, I think on Tuesday or perhaps tomorrow, and I will show you another time. Just a second. This is what I did yesterday. I think it's nice because the little bit the colors of the Impressionists, right? Okay, fresh like before. It was already. That is oil colors. That what we did with the dog is watercolors, but a lot of you know it already. But who doesn't know it? So we use a lot of materials here, different. Here I got my watercolor cases. In the end, I'm using only my watercolor cases for traveling. You see that? They're very small. The containers are half containers, but I love it. You know, I keep them already a lot of time and they stay and stay and they are wonderful. Wonderful colors. From Schminke with the owl. Do you see that? This is, oh, let me see. The little owl. Do you see the owl there? Yeah. This is a very, very good brand. I love it. Okay, they have very good pigments for that. So, guys, my art friends, have a wonderful Sunday evening. I will enjoy it with my sister. I will now cook a little bit. And you know what I'm cooking. That's the last thing I wanted to show you. Sage. Isn't that good? I got a lot of sage of my friend Petra. She got a garden and she made me that wonderful present. 2 very big branches of this sage, and you know, I also I warm up a little bit of butter, and then I put this minced leaves of sage in it. I add it to the butter, perhaps a little bit of salt, and I put this salt, no, warm butter in little ice cube containers, and I put to freeze them in the freezer And so I can always use it. I can take them out also. I put it in a little plastic bag. And like that, I got always sage with butter in my kitchen. You can melt them. Melting was the word. Melted butter. You can melt them then with a sauce, or you add it to the meat or chicken or whatever. And it's wonderful. You have always this kind of fresh sage in your kitchen, and it's a wonderful thing. I love it. Also with pasta, with noodles, spaghetti, or with gnocchi. You add only a little bit of this butter, sage butter, and you are okay. And everybody will say, "Mama mia, it's so good. Oh, what it's a good dish." So, you see, tricky. I will do that now, and I will cook for my sister and have a wonderful evening. Yeah, keep cool and keep